I've been getting tons of comments on stream regarding my Modern Warfare 2 game. From how clean it looks, to the FPS I'm getting, to how it runs so smooth. And I'm making this video in demand from quite a few people, so I hope this helps your game run smoother. Most of these settings do apply to PC gamers, but I imagine a lot of this could be used on console as well for a smoother experience. Now, I've not followed any guides myself, but I've just tested some settings to what I know is best to create the result I have. And if you're curious on specs, I'm running on a 3090 Ti graphics card, i9 12900KS Alder Lake CPU, 32GB of DDR5 RAM, and I use the Asus ROG Strix Z690E gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. So yeah, I'm pretty well spec'd. But I also stream and game on the same computer and get around on average between 180 to 220 FPS right now. And these settings are subject to change, but these are the ones that I found do the best so far. So now that you're here, guys, I'm going to run through each setting that I have here, including each setting type, and let you know what I've changed for each one. All right, so going into quick settings at first, don't need to worry about the master volume. Mouse sense I run at 4, so I play at 4 mouse sense, 800 DPI in case you're wondering or curious about that. Don't need to worry about any of this. Display mode I always run at full screen borderless because I also stream, so when I alt tab it's a lot smoother to go between my screens, and apparently people are saying that for FPS wise it's actually better to play on full screen borderless in terms of the game crashing and stuff, so I'd recommend it, especially if you're streaming. Full screen borderless is the one. Brightness is standard, and for my field of view, if you can see that, this is the field of view at the bottom, I run at 110. All right, so 120 is the max, but I like to run at 110. 120 is a little bit too quick for me. So if I come back out of that, keyboard and mouse settings, again, mouse sense 4, 800 DPI. I don't change any of my multipliers apart from the monitor distance coefficient, which is 1.33, depending on whatever yours is. My sensitivity type is relative. Not sure if that's the standard, but that's what I've got. All of this is exactly the same. Gameplay, just all standard stuff really, changes to whatever works best for you. And then keybinds, obviously changes to whatever works best for you as well. For controller, I don't use controller for COD, so we can skip that one for now. For graphics, again, you've got the full screen borderless display mode. My display adapter, so you've got my graphics card here, and then the monitor that it's on. All right, you'll see the screen refresh rate is down as auto, playing at 1080p. Aspect ratio is automatic, VSync off on menus and gameplay. For my custom frame limit, I've got it set as custom. Changed my custom frame limit to 280 because that's the hertz of my screen. My menu is 120. There's no need for it to go any higher than 120 when you're just in the menu. And then out of focus goes up to 30. Okay, so 280, 120, 30. All of the stuff down here is standard really. Display camera is 2.2. Constrain mouse to game window off. Focus mode off. And high dynamic range HDR, this one here is automatic. For quality, I've got it as custom, so I changed a lot of the stuff myself. Upscaling, I've got as NVIDIA DLSS. Video memory scale is 85. Everything I play on is either low or very low, depending on whatever you want. All right, you can go very low if you want, but I want to keep at least a little bit of the textures in there. So I've got low for texture resolution, the filter, nearby level of detail, distant level of detail, although you can change this to high if you want to, if you feel like that'll work better for you. Clutter draw distance is short. Particle quality low. Particle quality level normal. Bullets, impacts and sprays off. Shader quality low. Tessellation near. Terrain memory min. On-demand texture streaming as off. Streaming quality as normal. Volumetric quality as medium. Physics quality is low. Water acoustics is off. All the stuff for shadow and lighting either low or off. Screenplay space reflections is normal. Static reflection quality low. Weather grid volumes low. NVIDIA reflex low latency on. Depth of field off. Motion blur off. Weapon motion blur off. And film grain as 0. And for view, I've got 110 as mentioned before. My ADS is affected. Weapon field of view default. Third person field of view. I actually haven't played third person yet, so I haven't changed that, but I'll have that as max as 90. Default here, and then all my camera movements as default as they come. Okay. For audio, I've got it on bass boost, just because it's just the one that I prefer the most. I turn my music volume off, and master volume is 50. I find that works best for me. Voice chats or just standard stuff really. Voice chat volume in this game is really loud. When you're talking to people, anything above like 10 or 20, everyone is super loud. So I've gone as 10 for this, and I can still hear everybody just fine whilst in game. So 10, everything else standard. Juggernaut music on, everything else off. Interface, defaults really, haven't changed anything too much here. People are saying that if you're having issues with crashing, to turn off parallax. So parallax effects is down here on your interface. Turn that off. Apparently that's causing issues, so get that off. Everything else is on. All my hit marker visuals, tooltips, if you want to have them off, you can do, but I keep all that stuff on. And then account and network is just standard. So that's it, guys. That's pretty much all my settings for Modern Warfare 2 right now. This is subject to change, and I probably will do more experimentation with this in the future. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you on the next one.